What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I'm back with some more Age of Titans action, spawning in the bottom side of the map in the red color, playing as a Ra from the MPT clan is his opponent today in the blue color, spawning in the top of the map, playing Set from PK is Berserker. This is the round of 32 of the PK clan $2,500 tournament. The group stages are over, and we're now jumping into, well, the round of 32, obviously. This is a single elimination round of 32 format. They're best of three for the first, I don't know. I don't know actually when they go to best of five, but it's best of three for the first couple matches. Maybe quarterfinals might be best of five. I can't quite remember the rules off the top of my head, but that's that. Yeah. What else can I say about the PK Clan tournament? There's a bunch of really big names. You can see Ert and Berserker in the first round. Like, these guys both have the potential to win this whole thing, and they're in the first round of the 32, best of the round of 32, which is pretty crazy. So there's like people like the Mister in the tournament, Magi makes a return, Magic makes a return, Army Corps playing. The list goes on. Swedish Chef, Count Von Count. It's a very, very loaded tournament with a lot of good quality games that are sure to be played here. So why not? Let's just talk a little bit about this map and this matchup, because it is Ra vs Set on Watering Hole as well. So as the Set player, let's just talk a little bit about what's been happening in this sort of like realm of metagaming and all that other stuff. So you've got the Set, which has been it wasn't a thing. It was like, yeah, Set's an okay god. He's okay, but he's not really anything special. Up until maybe a year or two ago, when Magi came in, he brought this really aggressive style, and no one could beat it. Partly because that was Magi, and partly because no one else had really done it before. And people started copying him and started doing it, and now it's developed, and now Set is a very, very top tier god. And what's been happening is it's been like an aggression sort of turnaround. So the game used to be a lot more about booming and stuff. There was a very dry patch in the scene for around about 2 years, where it was like boom, 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 boom. Whoever booms the hardest wins. Now we get to see this real tight action in Set games, because Set can put on such enormous amounts of pressure early, because they do this. It looks like he's doing it. It looks like it's going to be a 4:30 advance-ish time. Yeah, he's chucking up his temple. So that's pretty much what goes on. Like, you jump up at 4:30, you put an immense amount of pressure on with priests and pharaohs and your shifting sands, and you go from there. Now Ra, on the other hand, before Set was even considered very strong, Set was always a difficult matchup for Ra, because it's an Egyptian war and Set doesn't have access to ancestors. So basically, Ra doesn't have access to ancestors. So basically, Set has a free army over Ra. However, there's always stuff you can do about that. We know it's going to be myth units, so we build priests and all that other stuff that's important to deal with Egyptians. It's just you're going to have to sink so much gold into priests instead of other aspects. But remember, Ra's economy is stronger than Set's because of the priest empowering and pharaoh empowering bonuses. Therefore, it's okay to sink those resources in very early. So we jump over to Berserker's point of view. We see he has got the resources to advance. He's going to go through Shadoof. He's got no villages on wood yet. He's had 12 on food and 5 on gold, it looks like, and that's going to be his build. Jumping over to Ert's perspective, he's looking like he wants to advance. I think this is a little bit late. I feel, especially with this really forward gold mine. I mean, there's these walls in this temple here which is protecting it very nicely. But I'm pretty sure you could kick off a little bit of that side of the gold mine if you really wanted to. There is this back gold mine over here though, which is very, very nice. So Ert looking to advance as soon as possible. Looks like he's dumping resources into his town center. He's almost got them. He's not queuing up another villager, so he's just waiting for the food he needs to advance. And there we go. He's also going through Berserker, chucking his Pharaoh forward. He's got some Rhino, so he's been very active with this early priest, picking up 3 Rhino. And I believe I saw an elephant somewhere. He chucks the vision down in order to see what's going on. If we see Earth's perspective, he's not going to have Qatar in time, so rain might have to get used. Nice use of the garrison there, saving that Pharaoh from getting shifted. He's going to pull that back into his town center. He's probably going to lose 3 villages here off this gold mine. And yeah, there we go. 3 villages going back. He's getting some pigs as well, I think. And most of these villages are going to get picked off, if not all of them. Unfortunately, they're just going to walk out. There's the priest and the Wadjet here, which are going to probably finish those ones off. And it's going to be fine. And we see the rest of the aggression going on here. There is this nice little gap that's been left here, which wouldn't be the best idea to move through. Good choice moving back, because Ert's about to hit that classical age and get those free tower upgrades, which would pick off the Pharaoh and the priest. I kind of feel like once he visioned, he should have seen the map layout and seen what he could have done with his priests and his Pharaoh, and then pretty much just backed out with his Pharaoh, because there's not a lot he could have done without actually overcommitting into Earth's base. We see some houses going up for Berserker now. What you need to try and do at this point, he's got 3 villages on food, is pretty much just go straight to the heroic age. You're not going to get anything more from saying the classical age. However, you probably could grab, if you really felt like it wouldn't be a great idea, grabbing 4 town centers or just grabbing the 2 middle town centers and doing a bit of a boom off that. But generally better to get to that heroic age as soon as possible. We don't see an armory up yet. He's still got to get all of those resources out. He needs 800 food and 500 gold. He's almost got the 500 gold. Just needs to pick up that 800 food, and he'll chuck up that armory somewhere. He's got all of this income over here from the food villages, so that's good for him. If we jump back over to Earth's perspective, he's chucking up an armory, and he's also still power villages. He's going a second town center. Now, this is fine in terms of how do I say it? When you're playing against something aggressive like Set, and you know you can defend, you've got this really nice defensive position, you can grab your second town center and you can boom. You know you're going to lose map control. That's something that you have to just take. You're not going to be able to get these town centers. So instead, you need to abuse that and say, okay, so I'm not going to have 145 supply in this game to play with. My opponent is going to have 160 supply, 180 if he gets fortified town centers, so he's got a lot more resources, so he needs to sink into units to get advantages off that. So what you do is you tech. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if what Ert did was do a semi-fast mythic, or just straight fast mythic off this. I would probably chuck up a barracks or 2 to get some spearmen out to push off any siege tower pushes if Berserker tries to get aggressive. Looks like he's not even advancing yet, so it looks like it's going to be okay for Berserker. He's actually struggling a little bit to hit that food. He does have his armory up, and he's going to be going through Nephthys. Jumping back over to Earth's perspective, has no resources to speak of, but he's got rain coming in, so after that 30 seconds of rain will pass, he'll probably have the food he needs to advance. He's going to be a little bit short on the gold, but I'm sure he'll sort that out as soon as he can. So I'm pretty interested to see what Berserker tries to do here. This matchup is very reactionary, I feel. Like, if you need a scout, basically that's what you have to do. You get this information over here. It's got 2 town centers, so scouting is kind of irrelevant at this point. But once he hits heroic age, you need to scout in, see if he's building a migdal, see if he's building barracks and a market, and judge whether you should be aggressive or you should be booming, or just basically all the smart things. Just you've got to do them in this matchup. Otherwise, your opponent's just gonna just steamroll you basically. And we see Hathor getting chosen for, which I question a little bit. Hathor is a great god, because it allows you to get crocodiles and especially gets rocks. So you get your Pastustos and your rocks. And what you use with the rocks, especially in this situation, is catapult rating. However, Scarabs against Set is really strong, because getting all those priests out is very expensive because they don't have a lot of gold. You only get 100. You probably get one more priest than you would if you were Isis, and Isis has prosperity, so it's probably more like 5 less priests than if you were Isis, because prosperity is so good in terms of income coming in when you need it. So the Migdol Stronghold going out for Berserker. Berserker gonna be able to build out around about 5 chariot archers at the moment. You're gonna chuck up a siege workshop pretty much straight away, or get the settlement. One of the two, depends on what he chooses. I'm interested to see what he does. He's going for a bit of an aggressive play here, which we'll see what tries to do here. He's chucking up a market, so he is going for this semi-fast mythic. So this rush tactic is actually going to be very strong if he can put the pressure on fast enough. I don't think Berserker has enough villages on wood though for this to be effective. If you're going to do a rush with Set or just Egyptian in general, nice catch. If you can actually pick off that rock, that'll be huge. Looks like it's not going to quite die and probably get healed. Oh, it might die. No. What was I saying? I was saying, okay, if you're doing a rush with Set, what you want to do is you want to have around 10 villages on wood, 5 villages on food, and the rest on gold. So you'll probably be like 5, 10, 10 when you hit the heroic age. And then from that, you can produce constant chariot archers and constant siege towers. And you just, did I call them siege towers? They are siege towers. And you just make a push in with ancestors as soon as possible. Now, if we jump back over to he's already advancing through to the mythic age to Osiris. So this push has to happen in the next minute and a half with ancestors, or his ancestors is completely wasted due to Son of Osiris. Son of Osiris being the absolute counter to ancestors because he one hits them. Basically, Son of Osiris has a chain attack. He has his 400% bonus damage versus myth units, plus 60 pierce attack. He's got 17 as a pharaoh, but 60 pierce attack. So 400% times by, or plus the 60, you get around, I don't know, math, what is 240 damage per attack on myth units, and they do not have that much HP, so they all die in basically one chain attack because the attack goes around like that. And we do see the first siege tower coming in. Nothing to worry about here. I do feel like maybe Spearman would be a good idea just to try and deal with these siege towers, but it looks like he's going for that Migdol stronghold. Nothing coming out of his temple just yet. The important thing to note here is he's got this war elephant. There's a mummy that's going to spawn out of here as soon as the Osiris is finished researching, and then we see the siege tower picking off that house. Now if we jump back over to Berserker's perspective, he's got another siege tower coming out, so he's going to have 2 pumping in here. And still no ancestors getting cast. Doesn't feel like he should be doing that just yet. So chucking down another temple because he realizes he's probably going to lose that one and needs to get that mummy out. Is he going to get it? Oh, he's going to get it. So good stuff for just picking up that mummy. We see the Son of Osiris coming down there, the mummy picking off that elephant free, gonna retreat now and try and stay alive. And we see cavalry getting produced now. Berserker has to retreat, and now he has to really be pretty clever with how he uses his ancestors, because he can't use it until the Son of Osiris is dead, or he uses it in a place different to where the Son of Osiris is. So this Son of Osiris is going to be trying to pick off stuff. We see Berserker trying to focus it down. He is beefy, but he doesn't get healed. You cannot heal him. I once had a bug where you got the animation of a priest healing up a pharaoh, and then you Son of Osiris the pharaoh, and it looks like the pharaoh is continuously getting healed, but you do not get any HP back. Well, you can see that just continuing this push in, doesn't want to over commit. He might want to retreat these cavalry, doesn't want to lose them because units are pretty important and stuff like that. We see some villagers moving up to the top side of the map to build a market, so he can start doing that. Do see he has this gold mine up here as well. Has he scouted that out? He hasn't yet scouted it out, but he should know it's there. On Watering Hole, you generally get 2 large gold mines somewhere in your side of the map, and then 2 to 4 in the middle of the map. Looks like there's 4 in the middle of the map. I can only see 3 though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, cool. It might be 2 to 6 actually, or 4 to 6. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, some mercenary cavalry got built for Berserker. Gonna pick them ones off pretty quickly. You can see how much damage this Son of Osiris does. A little bit of a raid coming in over here. Trying to pick off this Rhinoceros. Probably going to lose those cavalry though to the Scorpion Man. And some of those really low HP cavalry are going to get picked off by something at some point. We see some more cavalry coming in here. A Lucas Swarm going down. Might be able to pick up a couple of villages. More than a couple. That's actually a really big win for Ert there, considering Berserker's only on 2 town centers. Losing that many villages is not a good thing. Going to fall behind in the economy pretty severely. We see some more chariot archers coming out now, and perhaps some, there we go, we see the catapult coming out now. So catapult going to be able to siege this tower from behind the forest, and we'll see exactly what happens in this fight. Son of Osiris doing a lot of damage getting focused by the chariot archers, not pulling that one back. We see the shifting sands getting shifted into the middle of the base by Ert. Berserker going to feel the pain right there. Again, this Son of Osiris taking a lot of damage from those siege towers. Siege towers do deal 50 crush damage, and I don't know if the Son of Osiris has 99 crush or not, but it looks like he's taking a lot of pain, as well as this Hyena Reset doing a little bit of damage. And then we go, the Ancestors in the middle of the base for Berserker, trying to do some economical damage there instead of militarily. He's going to move his Son of Osiris in and just clean this one up as soon as he can. Is he going to do that, or is he just going to have him get attacked? Looks like he's going to make that garrison. He's just about to fire, and he's like, nope. And you can see that one shot there picks off 3 Ancestors in one go, which is why it's such a good way to deal with set catapults. I'm just going to idle by. I think if he moves forward and takes out the Migdol stronghold first, grabs this side of the map, and that's the safest way for Ert to win. Berserker, on the other hand, needs to get his economy in order, stop losing units to his opponent, to Ert, and basically pick off that Son of Osiris. But he's very low at the moment, not going to be all too useful in a fight, just going to get picked off. I think Berserker probably should have read that the semi-fast heroic was coming and just maxed out on chariot archers, so he could just pick off the Son of Osiris. Speaking difficult, we see that Berserker's also started his trade route pretty early. It's a little bit greedy considering he needs the military at the moment, and Ert's going to pick these off. These aren't like villages. You pick off one of these, that's 100 food. So it's always good to pick them ones off. We do see it. The rocks coming out now, going to be doing some rock ratings. That's what I was talking about before. With Hathor and the semi-fast Mythic Age, or the 2 classical Mythic Age. Get these rocks coming out. He's going to come in, he's going to drop them down, and he's going to just attack. And then as soon as Berserker comes over to deal with this, he just picks them up and he walks away. And again, I don't know why he's leaving here. He could just keep on picking off units. And this Migdol stronghold going to be taking a lot of damage. Need to move these rocks a little bit away from here, otherwise he's going to get picked off by this priest who doesn't have funeral rites just yet. Taking out the Migdol, going to retreat now. A little bit of harass right there for pretty big win picking off that 300 gold Migdol. They do cost 300 gold per set. Get a little bit of a cheap bonus there when you're playing as set. It's not like that for the other Egyptians. 400 gold for everyone else. And we see the cavalry coming in again. It might be time for Ert to move out. He is sitting at the same amount of... Oh, he's not sitting at the same amount of population. Berserker's at 145 and Ert's only at 130. So we'll see if he can make use of his army. There's a lot of cavalry over here. Might want to try and pick those ones off if you can. And at the moment, what you can do is micro these cavalry and really cause some pain. And there we go. We see the micro happening there. He's grabbed 3 of these cavalry which are getting attacked. He just moves them back and forth. They take no damage when they're moving. And the chariot's going to have to retreat out of there. Not going to be able to do too much. Market's going up. And we're going to see the trade route start pumping out for Berserker in a bit of trouble here. All these chariot archers are not going to be all too good against cavalry. A good way to deal with the cavalry though is to build out Scorpion Men. Scorpion Men are very strong against cavalry. Cavalry not going to be able to do all too much. Building these chariots is fine so long as you have some cavalry of your own to kill off the enemy cavalry. Generally, maxing cavalry like this from Ert is a bad idea, but because Berserker was so invested in wood that he couldn't build cavalry of his own, it's a bit difficult for him to deal with that. We see the Son of Osiris coming out again, trying to pick off some stuff, moving the villagers forward, trying to secure this location here. Berserker trying to have none of that, chucking these siege towers over here. And Berserker coming back in, probably going to pick off all these villages if he so chooses to. And we see the Camry in the back of Berserker's base looking for something to raid. Not going to be all too much there. We see the town center going up. Probably not going to be able to pick that one up because there's siege towers coming. However, the Son of Osiris getting focused here, finally getting picked off, so that evens the military playing field in terms of units. So Berserker, very good chance for him to come back here. Well, he's not exactly losing, but he is losing town centers to catapults. So that's one thing right there. This is very, very good harass. I completely missed that, unfortunately. So doing extremely well to keep Berserker occupied with these catapults. However, there's a lot of catapults here. So if you look at them, they've each cost 3 population. So he's got 5 of them. That is 15 pop plus the rock pop, which I believe is 3 as well. So it's 18 population in rocks to kill off 1 town center and 1 migdol. It's worth it if you get the town center of Migdol, but if you don't, definitely not worth it. We see the villagers picking off these siege towers. They do have a bonus against siege towers, so they're going to pick them off as fast as possible. And then pick off the priest and grab that town center if you can. We see as well Spearman now coming into Berserker's mix with his army and him dealing what he can with those. And again, catapults sieging down the siege workshop. Camry running around trying to kill off stuff. Walls everywhere. And Berserker going to be kicked off gold line as well. His trade route looking very bare. His gold income only at 8 villages at the moment. The siege workshop trying to go up for might want to send maybe the Wadget over here and Crocodile with maybe some other stuff. We see Secrets of the Titans currently getting researched for. If he gets that one up, it's going to be very, very difficult for Berserker to stop him. And then dealing with that Titan's going to be even harder because his economy is in such a rough spot. So really controlling this game militarily, economically, and with the tech. Really nice strategy there. Berserker looking like he's about to tap out with the recorded game coming to the end. Unfortunately, I did look at that. Kind of like to hope and dream that Berserker could come back from this situation, but he's in a world of pain with these 4 catapults now, getting this migdol awfully low. The villagers going to come in again to grab the town centers up, chucking a migdol in the middle of the map to secure the gold mine. More catapults coming out, Camry killing stuff off. Secrets of the Titans getting researched, getting placed down straight away, moving all of these wood villages onto it because he's got powers and wood in the back, just not need that happening. Pretending like he can empower the Titan Gate, and Berserker tapping out saying GG. That's really, really well played considering the matchup he's up against. This is one of the maps which I feel though is 50-50. Generally, I put the favor in the set ballpark for this matchup, but on this map, I feel like Ra has a very good chance of beating Set. And yeah, that's that. My name is Boyd. Thank you guys for watching the first games that have gotten played in the PK Clan tournament. This is 1-0 for It's a best of 3, so we'll jump into that game as soon as possible.